Quickly take our first interview to take a look at the outlook for the markets today. Steve Nwachukwu, who is the Chief Executive Officer at Steward Asset Management, is joining me now from Abuja. Hello, Steve. Are you there?
Thank you, Nancy. I'm with you.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning, Steve. Speak to me about what the markets how the markets have woken up this morning, because it seems that we've had 2 weeks of dip for the Nigerian Stock Exchange. The Nigerian stock market dropped about 3% last week. Speak to me about that.
Thank you, Nancy. I think what happened within about 2 weeks or 10 trading days now, where we saw the market capitalization and all share index continue to drop as a result of what I will call internal way the market mechanism to correct most of the price adjustments, profit booking and all that. So that is expected in the market. If you remember, about 2 weeks ago, I told you that the market will on its own correct most of this price hike or most of this price that have gone to the roof. So most stocks are selling above their intrinsic value. So the market on its own did kind of adjustment or correction of most of these prices, and they are all stable as we speak.
Okay, Steve, if we take a look at what has been happening, what has been happening, at least in the last few days. Yesterday was Valentine. The market did not. Is the market? I see you're smiling there. Is the market going to show some love or spread some love today?
Of course, you can see me. I'm wearing a red tire. Of course, you can see me. I'm wearing a red tire and white, meaning that I'm still in the mood of the season or the mood of the moment. So we expect the market, but market is not a respecter of this very season. So it's a question of the figure. It's a question of expectation of investors. This is a season where we expect dividend. We expect dividend declaration when the results are coming out. So far, the results that are available, there is no attachment of dividend declaration, or given the fact that most of these are unaudited or fourth quarter report positions that have been made available by this country. By the time dividend declarations start coming in, investors will start factoring in this very dividend payment or dividend yield and start pricing the stocks appropriately. Some may be resistant, some may go up, some may come down, because this is the time, like I said earlier, this is the time to separate the boys from the
the men. Okay,
yeah.
Speak to me about if the market in any way reacted or is trying to react to some of the positive news that we're getting around infrastructure development. I said earlier that I have the special advisor to President Buhari on infrastructure. He's seated right here in the studio, Engineer Zachary. He'll be joining me in a bit. So the Infraco announcement came up last week, just a few days ago. The announcement around what the Bankers Committee will be doing with the central bank to revive the National Arts Theatre in Lagos is also quite positive with also business clusters around that will be regenerated. Do you think that the market will factor this in at all?
Actually, the truth remains that if the government is sincere with such kind of project or such kind of program, I'm very sure that most of them that plays in that sector, like you have the cement, the banking, and other sectors that will be cut across the line of the infrastructure, will actually react positively on that. Because if you have such kind of fund coming in to support infrastructural development, that will make more and more infrastructure available, and it also reduce the ease of doing or improve the ease of doing business in Nigeria. I'm very sure that if the government is sincere with such kind of project or with such kind of program, the market will react, and it will reflect in the books of these quoted companies that may have one way or the other to participate in this very program. I'm very sure that the market will react to it positively when the chips are down or when the programs comes to its full force. So I'm very sure if the government is sincere in carrying out and dishing out most of these very policies, I'm very sure the market will positively react to it, because it's a good development where you have spend of capital running in trillions or in billions set aside to improve infrastructure.
Steve, I have to cut you here. What's the outlook for the market? Is it still going to be on a bearish note as a result of investors taking profit, or are we going to see a market correction perhaps today or within the week?
Yes, we expect the market to be in the same momentum, but we are seeing some kind of strength, resistance level. Some of these stocks have touched their resistance level, their support level, where they will start seeing them edging up again. Like I said earlier, the market or investors are waiting. They're expecting dividend declaration, so they'll start factoring this dividend. Those companies with good dividend history, the companies with good dividend yield, we actually see investors favoring them more, and the prices likely will go up, and we see the index coming up. But what I see this week, I foresee a situation where the market index, the first, the third, and the fourth trading days, we'll see the market going down and maybe have one gain at the end of the day.
Okay, thank you very much, Steve. Let's talk again soon. All right. I've been speaking with Steve Nwachukwu, who is the Chief Executive Officer at Steward Asset Management. We've been looking at the outlook for Nigerian stocks this week. Let's